Jesus one kind.
Okay, so what I'm really interested in is the culture you have here. You have a great place, great service. But what is it like for you? How do you design the culture of the place?
If you're talking about the atmosphere that we provide, I think it's the fusion of all things that together in Key Mexico. First, food, of course, the drinks, music, whether it's on the radio or live bands, which what we have every weekend. But I would consider the culture at the restaurant very eclectic, because also the customers are there are many variations or many styles.
You used to people from all sorts coming in here.
Yes, yes. You know the
Rich,
motorcycle
poor,
guys.
very extreme to the run-of-the-mill
Yeah.
old American house.
Yes. Also, I think we keep it very social. As what I mean is that a lot of other places have TVs, and we don't.
That's interesting.
And
That is very interesting.
Everybody socializes, especially when at the bar. Of course, sometimes unknown people sit next to each other, and then they become friends.
Right, you start talking.
Yeah, or even husband and wife, family. We've seen first dates here or a first meet without knowing each other. They start talking, and then they come for their first date, and so on. And now they have kids together, and they come with the kids. That's the cool part.
That is a very cool part.
And yeah, sometimes it takes a toll on us when there's games like LSU games or Saints game. It slows us down, but we're not gonna change it because we love the vibe.
No, hold on a second. We have to talk about that. When the World Cup is going and Mexico is playing,
Well, that's a different story.
we want to be here.
Yes, yes. We're actually might put a bigger screen outside
Yeah.
so we can show the game.
Only for that game.
Yeah, and US because Cabosa across the street, our neighbors.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
They want to see the US game.
Okay.
But we'll definitely have something for that time.
Ultimately, it's keeping it very social.
Yes.
But let me shift it a little bit. Talk about your people.
Okay.
It's hard.
Yes.
Everybody, for the last couple of years, has been complaining about the fact that they can't find good people or they can't keep people around.
Yeah.
But you don't seem to have that problem.
We've had it, but not as hard as other places. I think, especially in the kitchen, we have to make big changes last year because we lost our 4 main guys that were basically in charge of the kitchen because they've been here they were here for us with us from the beginning. So all of them decided to go.
But the food never suffered.
No, it actually got better because we had to jump back in like full hands. We always in the kitchen checking everything, but then we had to go back and just like the beginnings, we have to chop the meat, we have to prepare the dishes, everything.
So you're no longer in a position where you have to be in the kitchen, but you are in the kitchen.
Yes, and that's key for us. That's important for us. One, it's my parents, my brother, and me. Mostly my mom. My father helps us sometimes. But the thing is, one of us has to be here at the restaurant every time. So we know and we check everything, and everything comes out the way we always wanted. And that's why it's very important for us to be here, at least one of us,
So Eliazar talked about the consistency of the
Yes.
food that needs to be the same food all the time, and I completely agree.
Yeah.
The worst thing you can have is a hit that you cannot keep up with.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm not just talking about the people in the kitchen or the food. Your servers, right? Your
Yeah.
bartenders.
Yeah.
Everybody has a demeanor of almost ownership. Like, they are here to serve you and they're going to take care of you.
And I think the people that are working with us are very passionate too about our food. Every time they explain their our specials or the soup, they always explain it with love. With
They all taste the food.
yeah, most of the time, yeah. So they can explain it better, you know. They know we don't cook only to make money. They know we cook because we like it, and I think they are foodies too, like us, or they love food like us, and whenever they describe it or they present it to customers, especially new customers, they embrace our ideas, our flavors, and of course the atmosphere in general at the restaurant.
That's all good and well, but life is life. People are people. There's going to be bad days,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and I haven't had an instance in my years of coming here where a server was rude or unattending. It's not by accident. So how do you make sure that no matter what, your customers are always treated the same way?
Because again, we're here every time just like we check the kitchen, we check outside, and like you said, everybody has had a bad day, and we tell them, please, if you have a bad day, either don't come or leave your troubles outside, your issues outside. I know it's hard, but we have to do it that way and always be in a good mood because it's good for everybody, good for the restaurant, but especially good for our staff because they get more tips, of course, and things function better when you're in a good mood.
Definitely.
And we encourage almost every week. Always be cool to the customers. Always be.
So this is a
polite.
repeating message.
Yes, consistency again, and so they keep it in mind. And most of them or all of them do. Yeah, when there's been some issues, we
Yeah, what happens when they cross the line?
we usually send them home and give them a warning. It's not all sweet stuff here all the time. It's sweet whenever everybody does their job correctly, but whenever they cross the line, like you said, we either send them home or give them a warning or just talk to them, nicely, of course. That's another thing. We are not rude with our staff. We are strict, but we say it always the right way. And of course, there's rewards when they do a good job. We like to feed them. They get 2 tacos per shift on the house every shift.
Whatever tacos they want.
There's a limited menu now. Yeah. Well, you have to watch for expenses. This restaurant is a whole formula. They also get a beer or a
Drink of their choice.
Yeah, some
Except well drinks.
because we don't have them. Yeah, so they get little rewards, little, but they count. Also, if we had an excellent shift, sometimes like, hey, you can have another drink, whatever you want. Or if we do have a big event like Cinco de Mayo or our anniversary, at the end of the day, all right, guys, let's relax. Let's just have food, drink.
Do you
chill.
do these like once a quarter or so? Get together, everybody around the table, and just kind of hash it all out?
When COVID happened, we had to stop a little bit, and we were so busy that we actually didn't think about it. But now, last year we did a get together. We, of course, bought food for everybody, and I think we went to the lot and had drinks and everything. But I think what we like is more to gather at either my brother's house or sometimes my house or here, and just either cook for them, us as owners cook for them and let them have a good time. It doesn't happen often because we're busy, but when we plan it right, we make it happen. You know?
Okay. So the secret sauce here for your culture, from what you're telling me, you train them well. You monitor what they're doing. You're here. Somebody's always here,
Yes.
looking at what they're doing.
Yes.
When discipline is necessary, you apply it, regardless of who it is.
Yep.
And one key thing here is not always going to be a walk in the park. Things are going to be difficult, but it is when you make it during those times that rewards come along.
Yes.
Okay.
It is.
Well, this is great. The formula is working, right? You have a very odd place, right? I mean, honestly,
Yeah,
you
it
have
is.
you have very consistent and good food that it's unlike anywhere else. Everybody that comes here, everybody that I have brought here is always raving about how good it is.
Yeah.
It's rare that I find somebody that they tell me I have never been to Mexico. And I'm like, okay, we need to go there now.
Nowadays it is, but a couple years ago, like a lot of people did never heard from us.
And so it continues, right? But what I'm wondering about now is the future, because all the things that you have said thus far tell me that it's very dependent on your family, your involvement. But if you
Yes.
take these anywhere else, you're gonna have to cover those holes.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to apply the phrase "split and conquer." So, what I mean, and what we've talked before, when we are thinking about maybe opening a Key Mexico in Dallas, we want to pick a close, nearby city or area where we can be there and come back all the time. And this is just an idea, and I don't know if it would work or not. But we thought about me going there for a week and then come back and then
Understand? And yes,
send my brother.
to launch it, yes.
Yes.
But so what we stand for is, in my world, the definition of a business is a commercial, profitable enterprise, right? That works without you.
Okay.
So the first test that you will have to overcome has to be that your restaurant is able to operate without any of you here. At the same level of service, at the same level of consistency, that people will not know that you're not out.
Yes.
Is that possible?
We haven't got there. We haven't got there yet.
You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah. No, trust me. We've talked about it so much. We just cannot make it happen just yet. We have great staff, and it's nothing against them, but not to the point where we feel relieved and we can step out and start a new thing, or even just step out a couple of days to go on vacation. Usually, when the family goes on vacation, which we take once a year,
You shut down.
we shut down because we're not. We will be probably more stressed out on vacation if we knew the restaurant was open than relaxed.
Okay.
So at some point, maybe if we keep training them and they still get their feet wet and learn, experience the restaurant business. When we get there, maybe we're gonna have that time, or maybe find somebody else.
That is true. It sometimes requires just a new leadership to come into play.
Correct.
But let me suggest this, if I may. A lot of the times we tend not to allow people to take fights
Yeah.
because we're in control.
Yes.
Letting that control go, that's the key to it. You don't just do it. You don't just walk away from it, abdicate that. But at what point do you transfer that to them? When do you allow them to try and step up into those shoes? It's just something for you to consider. You don't have to answer it.
No, and I do have an answer
Okay.
because sometimes we try to do that, like let them do their thing, and we watch, or like,
Not yet.
yeah, not yet. I guess it's because the way we are shaped, and the way we are running things, because we're not a passive management. We are
Very
always
active.
hands-on, no matter what it is. Picking the trash from the floor, help serving a quick order that somebody forgot, fix mistakes, but also fix the drain. Sometimes there's no plumber nearby or coming, so get your hands in there, clean it, all that stuff. I think it's because we are like that, we're expecting something like that. Make a quick decision on how to fix an issue, whatever the issue is. Customer complaint, like I said, the drain, or something broke, or we run out of Coke. All right, we don't have Coke. No, we go to the store right quick, get
Whatever it is, but you get something.
yes,
So you have the initiative and you have the ownership to take care of that.
yes,
And that's what needs to transfer for somebody else to be able to do that.
yes,
That
and
they will have control. They'll be able to make those decisions.
correct.
Oh, okay, I'm with you.
That's
It's just an interesting point where you are.
Yes.
Because your growth from this point forward has to be from your ability to step away from it and allow them to fall flat on their face.
yes.
Hopefully, it won't be disastrous.
That's what I expect too. One day.
No, but we understand different things as disaster. For many people, is come on in. Don't stay back there.
And it's also the thing that we're not staying put. Oh yeah, you see, we're hands-on always, so we're always like trying to create
You can
stuff,
replace the
especially
chef.
him. Never.
But you can have the chef create a dish that can be sent to 5 different locations.
Maybe. That was my idea of if we open a second location in Dallas, he will go a week to do specials so people know him, and maybe there won't be specials every week when he's not there, or maybe different specials if we have a different chef running the restaurant, over there. They can maybe they can run his own special or her own special.
What you're gonna need to do is bring a chef over here, a good chef that has to learn under his tutelage.
Yeah, but I think the word chef means that you have to create your own stuff. Maybe a sous chef,
A sous chef.
or a
Yes.
follower that makes his things,
What do you
or
think?
mama's things.
Can you train somebody to be you?
We can try. It's just hard because everybody wants to get their own, like, I don't know, their own special,
Of course.
probably. And we're probably gonna be okay with it, but we have to always probably try it and make sure that it's what we want to sell.
And
Sorry.
also fit our parameters. Like, yeah, they can create stuff, but when they go crazy, like putting Cheetos or crunchy chips on a burger, for us will be like, no, stop it right there. Like things like that.
I'm with you.
Yeah, mixing.
Yeah, but again, this all gets transferred. It gets trained, and you do keep the monitoring in place.
Yeah.
It's an outstanding ride you're in, and I really hope that you can translate this into the next level.
Yeah.
So, not only Triple Butcher gets to get the benefit of your fabulous food and service.
Thank you. Yeah, we expect the same too. We always want to keep going, grow, and I think the next thing would be a second, either Key Mexico or maybe a second complete different restaurant, like he was talking earlier. Maybe doing a
Burger joint
sandwich burger
or a
ramen place. You know, we just have so many ideas.
So when he does the ramen, do you help?
Sometimes.
Not to cook, but just like to put
Serve
it
it.
all together. Yeah, serve it.
And why haven't you come up with any ramen? Because that's his thing?
Yes, I think so. And I kind of like, how do you say?
What's that?
Yes.
I don't know how to say it. That's whenever he makes it, I'm like relieved that I don't have to cook it, and then I get to try it, and it's so good. I don't know, like pamper myself.
Do you ever tell him, hey,
I guess
will you use these instead?
sometimes because I always, between the three of us, we get
You communicate.
yeah, you're like, hey, what do you think about this? And it needs maybe a little more crispiness or salt, seasoning, or acidity, whatever. And that's how things work. Mostly, when I do ramen, I always give him a little taste, and so he can tell me what he thinks. And of course, I listen to him. But I almost get it right all the time. But
You get it right all the time.
yeah, but yeah, it's like he said. I give him a break, I guess, on cooking when I'm doing ramen, so he doesn't have to start thinking about what to do, so he can maybe start thinking about the burger or the weekend special.
It looks awesome. What are we having here?
It's the Wagyu beef, and then this is pork belly with a orange Asian sauce, and then a fried duck egg, and then fresh herbs. It's like
That's
Thai
cilantro?
basil and cilantro, yes.
Thai
Now,
basil.
no mayo,
No mayo.
no ketchup.
No ketchup, no. Mayo, maybe, but not ketchup.
No, I
It's
think
a different type of burger, and
What about the bread? Do you make the bread?
no, I don't. I don't mess with bread. It's just time consuming, and I'm not very good at it. But we have a bakery very close to here, and it's local, so that we buy the bread
Beautiful.
from them. Yes.
yeah, Louders. They
So has anybody tried it yet?
No, yeah.
first one over.
We're getting the first one here?
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. This has been
Yeah.
great.
Awesome.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we'll keep coming to eat at your
Thanks
place
for
and try everything new that you do.
Thanks for let us talk about it a little bit.
Hey, just getting people to think and, putting these places forward.
Yeah.
The ones that are making a new face to this community. So thank you guys for your efforts. Of
course.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
She works in the shadows. Well, she lurks in the shadows.